All right, Flo. I'm going to say something right now. Eric Mangini kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not going to lie. When Nick Wright says something, I laugh it off. When Shannon says something, there's a list of people that say stuff, and it's kind of funny. I really don't take anything to heart. But Eric Mangini, for some reason, this guy, I don't know, something rubbed me the wrong way about it. Let's check this clip out, and then we'll talk about it.
To be the MVP, I think there's certain other criteria that you need to show. And a couple of the first ones here are things that he can do this next game against Seattle. They end going, maybe not. Okay, so this is the first one. Don't make the wide receiver work for the catches. So last game when there were a ton of completions, but there's been so many times where the receiver's either catching the ball behind them, the receiver's got to dive for the catch. They're unbelievable catches. What you want to do is give the guys a chance to catch it and run, as opposed to adjust to the ball and then have to run after the catch, at that point.
Fair.
So let's just see some more of that. The second point is hit some shots down the field. And I know you get frustrated, both of you get frustrated, when we show the chart of where the balls go. And in the last game, there was no ball that traveled more than 15 or 16 yards. So it'd be nice to see him hit some vertical shots. Or I'd take one. I'll take one to start this week, and maybe a few more as we move on. So that'd be my second point. Okay. And the last thing, this may or may not happen in this game. But if there's problems, be the solution.
Oh.
If there's problems, be the solution. And we may not be able to see this. This is a pretty substantial line, although Seattle has a way of playing San Francisco tough. So if it gets to a close situation in the second half, it would be great to see Brock Purdy play really well in that situation to show that when it's raining out, he can still perform the same way as when it's sunny.
All right, man. Seeing that, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But when I think of Eric Mangini, I think of this clip from Skip Bayless when he absolutely destroys this guy.
Oh, this is not what should have happened.
I won that
You
one.
are unbelievable.
What did you tell me earlier in the show?
Unbelievable.
What did you tell me earlier in the show about, with age comes wisdom? Yeah. I've been watching football a lot longer than Eric dreamed of watching football, so I think I'm qualified.
Wow.
Stephen A, he just threw 5 verbal interceptions. None of them were right. They were all the wrong reads.
Nope.
And tomorrow we should criticize him for it.
Hey, wait a second.
Exactly.
Wait a second. Mr. Basketball, Stephen Naismith. I learned a lot of football from Don Shula and Tom Landry. Can Eric speak to Don Shula and Tom?
Oh, really? Were you in the meeting, Skip?
No, I spent a lot of time with them.
You hung around?
Yeah.
You learned a lot of football from him?
Yeah.
Tell me the last time you talked to, or tell me about those meetings that you sat in with Don Shula.
All right. Well, look. When
were they?
Well, I can tell you a lot of Tom Landry.
We're
Let
all
the
not
record
on
show.
the same page here. We're definitely not on the same page.
Let the record show. I question results. I would never think to challenge the acumen of a former head coach and a Super Bowl champion as a defensive coordinator as well as secondary coach. I would not do that.
You know what? You're right. I didn't get fired twice as a head coach. It's okay. I get it.
All right.
That's not nice, Skip.
Hold on. This is Skip's answer to everything. When he gets beat up, as badly as he's been beat up today,
nobody beat me up.
I didn't get fired twice.
All right, listen, guys. I understand.
It's a pathetic attempt to win the argument at the end.
That's not nice, Skip.
Well, let's move on and talk about a current coach.
All right, dude. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I still remember that day. I swear I was dying. That was a long time ago, back when Skip, I think it was at ESPN with Stephen A. But man, this guy, Eric, to me, I'll be real with you. This guy reminds me of a weasel, man. I swear to you, he's the only coach that Bill Belichick absolutely hates. And Bill Belichick, he loves all his old coaches. Bill O'Brien, Romeo Crennel, Charlie Weiss. He always brings back Josh McDaniel. He always has a good relationship with them. With this guy, he just can't stand this guy because he's a little weasel, man. It kind of reminds me, remember when Conor McGregor, he called the Showtime Sports guy, Steven Espinoza, you little weasel, you're a little weasel. That's what Eric Mangini reminds me of, man. But what do you think about this take? He doesn't really throw the ball correctly to the wide receivers. He wants to see more of this and that. It was just absolutely ridiculous. But what do you think about him, pretty much Nick Wright 2.0, hating on Brock Purdy, man?
Yeah, man. The first, like you said, Eric Mangini, man, that guy's a little snake in the grass. If it looks like a snake, it slithers like a snake, it's a snake. And that's what he is. Look what he did to Belichick, who gave him 2 opportunities after freaking pretty much
Browns
creating his whole entire career. If it wasn't for Belichick, he wouldn't have had those chances. And he gave him the opportunity twice, and he freaking burned them both times. As far as this guy, there's a reason he didn't get to be a head coach for very long, because he always saw the most sorry-ass quarterbacks as starter material, and now he gets to see a legit quarterback, and he calls him out on it. Like, what has Brock Purdy done that's bad? Like, even on his not his best games, he's still way above the average quarterback in the NFL, just because the way he thinks the game through, the decisions he makes. And I don't know if Mangini's just hating on him because he was such a late pick, and like maybe he's kind of pushing that whole agenda thing with the high draft picks only. But this take is just horrible, and Brock Purdy's showing him, like, dude, like, keep doubting me, I'm gonna show you what's up. And that's what I love about Brock Purdy. He doesn't take things personally, but it's almost like he does. He's out there to prove people wrong. And as far as Eric Mangini, at least Nick Wright, he cracks me up when he says stuff. So it makes me laugh. But this is just a hater take, because this guy, like I said, I believe he played Brian Hoyer, all these ex-Brady backups, just because he more cared about going with his guys than the best player possible. And that's kind of what he's doing right now. He'd rather probably see Sam Darnold over Brock Purdy. But what do you think, man?
Yeah, man, Eric Mangini, he always rubs me the wrong way, man. Honestly, to tell you the truth, to me, such an overrated coach. Remember that phrase they gave him, Eric Manginius?
Yeah.
Because I think he started doing, I think with the Browns, or it could have been the Jets, where he was the coach. He would like rush only one. He's like, oh, wow, look what Eric Mangini's doing. What an innovator he's doing. Just rushing one and having all these guys draft back. Wow, he's amazing. Even though his defense has always sucked, man. I think his defense was like ranked 30 with the New England Patriots when he got the job for the Browns or something crazy. Like, it was either the Browns or the Jets, where his defense sucked, man. And remember, I think he has remorse with 49ers remorse, because remember, we got rid of his ass because he was, remember, tight ends coach, was the offensive coordinator, defense, he sucked everywhere. But the worst part, that I knew that Eric Mangini was not even a great coach or anything. With Harbaugh, he was in charge of calling all the challenges. You make sure you do all the challenge. His ass, we lost every damn challenge. This guy's like, what the hell are you doing, bro? You have one damn job. You're supposed to know when the challenge went to not. We're challenging the most stupidest stuff. If you guys remember with Jim Harbaugh, I used to be so pissed off. Like, dude, this guy's in charge of that? Like, what the hell is up with this guy? This guy's supposed to be a coach, a genius? No way, man. So I think there's a little bit of remorse with the 49ers and stuff. Maybe he had a bad time over there in Santa Clara, I guess. But he seems to be taking shots at Brock Purdy. And it seems like he's not even watching the damn game. He's probably watching highlights because he's talking about, I wish he would throw it more better, because then they could go have more yak yards or this and that. I'm like, he's probably looking at that play against the Eagles with Brandon Ayuk where he kind of dove for that touchdown. Like, Purdy, I think, had a dude in his face when he threw that ball. But most of the part, the guy has a #1 passer rating, #1 QBR. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. So to me, I'm hearing this stuff that he's saying. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Do you even watch the damn games? Like, for reals, I'm not trying to be messed up or anything, but do you watch the games? And I think a lot of these guys, they don't watch the games, and they're guessing here, man. So to me, I don't know. He does rub me the wrong way for some reason. I just hear him talk. He's like Nick Wright's parrot. He's like the parrot, but he's not funny or anything, you know. He seems like a snake, you know. And Bill Belichick, I don't know, you could tell that Bill Belichick, every time he thinks about it, he's like get out of my face, dude. So
yeah, and I think the thing about a lot of these analysts who are Monday morning quarterbacking, they see these yards after the catch, but they don't understand how important it is to get that ball there at the correct time for the yards after the catch to even happen. Because you put that ball behind, up top, you don't get those yards. Brock Purdy puts it right in the right spot where these guys are able to make those yards after catch plays. That's what we didn't have before with any of our other previous quarterbacks. They might have got the ball there, but the guys lost all their speed on the routes. They had to stop. slow down, and then the defense could catch up to them. Now they're in stride the whole entire time until the ball gets there. They don't have to break stride, and that's why we're going to the house after that. And then all these analysis are like, well, the receiver did this, the tight end did this, Christian McCaffrey. But it's LeBron Purdy seeing the play ahead of time and putting the ball where they need to be in order to get the most positive yards after the play.
Yeah, and then he talks about, I want him, like every other pundit that doesn't know what they're talking about, I want him to play from behind. I want him to see what he could do. Like he was talking about Seattle, what he wants him to do against Seattle. I want him to be behind, and I want him to come back. I want him to, it's like, here we go again. Like, we want to be ahead the whole game. We don't give a damn what you guys want, you experts want, To me personally, I would want to be ahead the whole time. I don't care. I want to see what the critics say. I want to be down 14. Defense, give up some points. So you know what? Let me show these guys. Like, come on, dude. Like, what the hell? Who thinks like that? So I don't know. It's never gonna be satisfying. I guess he has to go. He has to go be traded to the Panthers right now and then see what he's got. That's his only way of showing that he's a good quarterback. He has to be traded right now. So I don't know, man. To me, it just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, man, and the whole thing about, like you said, playing from behind, the whole point of the game is to win it. You play to win the game, like Herm Edwards would say. So why would you spot another team a few points just so you can say, I came back against them? That's the dumbest take ever.
Yeah, I know, and we're hearing it from quite a few people. Like, that's what they want. Just like, if you say that, honestly, you're an amateur. You're an amateur for wanting that. Like, I just wish I could hear the critique, the guys out there from back in Jordan. Well, you know what, Jordan, he's a front runner. He's up 3-2 in the series. Why not go be down in this? It's like so stupid to me. And I don't know, man. Mangini, he's a weasel, man. Like Herman McGurry says, he's a weasel, man. This little guy's a weasel. There's a reason why he's been fired everywhere he's went, man.
All right, well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about Eric Mangenius. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See y'all next time.
Peace.